As recently as a couple of years ago, Huawei smartphones were the #2 best sellers in the industry worldwide, and #1 in its home country by miles. But then US sanctions hit, and now Huawei's smartphone sales are in a free fall. This led to the Chinese tech giant selling off its sub-brand Honor last November, which Huawei reps said at the time was a decision made to ensure Honor's survival. Looks like the plan is working. After weeks of rumors, Honor officially confirmed last Friday that it has secured a deal with US chip giant Qualcomm to use the latter's silicon. This fixes one of two problems crippling Huawei's smartphones right now: the lack of chip supply after Washington cut off Huawei's access to vendors. Speaking at the live event Qualcomm China Tech Day in Shanghai last Friday, Honor's CEO George Zhao said reaching out to Qualcomm was one of the very first things on his agenda after the sale was finalized. As a new company, we had to initiate discussions with suppliers, which we did right away with Qualcomm, Zhao said, adding that the San Diego-based silicon company conducted a strict and thorough certification process before reaching an agreement with Honor. Almost immediately after the deal was struck, Zhao said, Honor worked closely with Qualcomm. The result is that Honor's next smartphone will be the first phone in the world to use Qualcomm's new Snapdragon 778G chip. Not much information is known about Honor's next phone yet, but Qualcomm introduced the Snapdragon 778G during its event in Shanghai. Essentially, it is a 6nm chip with an integrated 5G modem and 3 ISP image signal processors, which means in terms of processing power, it's not too far off from Qualcomm's flagship Snapdragon 888 silicon. Our team only had 6 months to work with Qualcomm to get the Snapdragon 778G in the product, which is a process that usually takes 12 months, Zhao said. I couldn't be more prouder of our team for being able to pull it off. Zhao said Honor is planning another device with Qualcomm that will be a flagship, which will likely be the Snapdragon 888 Plus, due for unveiling later this summer. So Honor phones solved the silicon problem plaguing Huawei phones, but what about the second problem, the lack of Google mobile services due to US sanctions? While Zhao wouldn't comment on record that Honor phones will be able to use Google services, it sounds like that is all but a done deal. We have every intention to release smartphones outside of China this year, Zhao said. We are clear of the needs of users outside China when it comes to software, and will provide the best possible solution at the time of release. Honor has always been an unsung hero for Huawei. It was Honor's fast growth in the budget and mid-range sector that allowed Huawei to move enough units to surpass Apple as the world's second best-selling phone company in 2019.